All right, man. Scott Mitchell rips the Barry Sanders portrayal of him in the documentary. It came on Amazon. I haven't watched it yet, but I will get to it. Um, so if you don't know, Scott Mitchell was a quarterback for the Lions. They paid a lot of money for him in the '90s to come over, I believe, from Miami, which he had absolutely done nothing in Miami. I mean, it was kind of like if you old enough, remembering them going to get John Kitna, and I didn't really understand that because remember Carson Palmer had like broke his leg in the playoff game in which a lot of people felt that was the year the Bengals window had closed. After that, that was their time to win the Super Bowl. They was blowing out Pittsburgh, I believe it was. I could be wrong. And Carson Palmer went down with a broken leg, I believe it was. And John Kitna came in, I think, and lost a double-digit lead instantly. And then you see the Lions go sign John Kitna. I think before Scott Mitchell, they had got rid of Eric Kramer. I think Eric Kramer won their last playoff game. He went to Chicago, didn't really work out. You know, he was battling for a starting position back and forth. I forget who he's battling with. Might have been. Let's get this right. I don't want to throw nothing wrong out here. Uh, let's see who it was real quick. But he was battling with somebody. Um, let's see. Yeah, it was Rodney Peete. Andre, no, that's 90. Uh, One of them years he was arguing with somebody. He was battling back and forth with somebody. I think Eric Kramer was the last one to playoff game. I could be wrong. Let's see. Yeah, he was battling with Rodney Peete. Yeah, he was battling with Rodney Peete. you know, but yeah, Scott Mitchell. You know, basically came and said, "Well, Barry deserves some responsibility for it too." And but you was trash. That was the Lions' problem. They couldn't get a quarterback. They took a fullback over Jim Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Let's read it first, and then I'm gonna share my thoughts on him as a player. I remember Scott Mitchell very well. Ex-Lions quarterback Chase Barry Sanders rips critics after getting backlash in the doc about the running back. It says Barry Sanders sudden retirement in '99, and remember they went to playoffs the year after that, making the rounds again. Shout out to James Stewart. He came over from Jacksonville. He had some good years for the Lions. 24 years later, with Amazon's Prime Video latest documentary about the legendary running back, Detroit Lions legend is simply one of the greatest running backs to play the game. But when discussing his career, he practically always mentioned that he never won a Super Bowl. Documentary discussed Sanders' lack of playoff success, which many believe parlayed into his abrupt retirement in 10 seasons in the NFL, uh, and how the Lions never had a quarterback play to take them to the next level. Neither did Eric Dickerson. Detroit tried to make the narrative go away before it started when they acquired Scott Mitchell. And I'm going to see why this is stupid. Um, Before the '94 season, thanks to his impressive play when filling in for injured Danny Marino with the Miami Dolphins. However, he was unable to sustain the same success, and he gets some criticism in the new Bob Barry. Mitchell wrote on Facebook post, watch the documentary, which he said it was not a very pleasant experience because of the criticism he got. Quote, I'm tired of hearing how I was the reason why Barry Sanders never won a Super Bowl. I'm so tired of hearing how I was not a good quarterback. You wasn't. My only response is F you all, he wrote. Mitchell said that it was disappointing. It was a disappointment to hear his own former coach, Wayne Fonts, who went out in free agency and actively pursued me to the point of begging me to come to Detroit, rip him as well, too. He said a little support from the coach might have gone a long way. Wayne never had my back, he said. And I agree with that, bro. I mean, I agree with that, man. But like I said before, these guys have, good runs as backup quarterbacks. Don't mean they're gonna be great starters, you know. Uh, but he right. Some emotional and mental support that come from people. When people stop believing in you and the coach and the GM stop having your back and your players stop having your back, at least you want the coach to have your back, somebody who actively recruited you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, these grown ass men, it's kind of like they say running backs, their job is to make the first guy or make one guy miss or make somebody miss. You got to bring your own blocker and this stuff. Emotionally, ain't nobody there for us as men. So you got to bring your own emotional support. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You got to bring your own emotional support and all that type stuff. So um, we know how the game go. It don't get no easier, young fellas. It get harder and harder, even with money. but I wouldn't know though. But that's just what I heard. So he even threw some shade at Sanders himself, saying the star running backs playoff numbers aren't all that great. He said, bottom line, Barry had everything in Detroit. Everyone loved him. Everything was built for him for Barry to succeed. In 10 years, he won a playoff game, and the only reason he didn't win more was everyone else was the problem, wrote Mitchell. How many yards did Barry have in the playoffs? 94,000 points. I'll give you a hint. Not very many. We all are to blame for not winning Super Bowl. In Detroit, even Barry Sanders. And that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. You know, everyone's to blame. It's a team sport. Sanders had 13 carries, -1 rushing yards, and 16-12 wild card loss to the Green Bay Packers in 95 and 97 wild card games. He combined for 105 yards on 28 carries. But one thing we know in the playoffs, they're going to take what you do away. They're going to take what you do best and take it away. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what they do. You know, that's what they do. So that, you know, so if they stack in the box and taking away Barry Sanders, then it's Scott. They basically telling the quarterbacks, Rodney Peete, Andre Ware, Scott Mitchell, Eric Kramer, to beat them, and y'all simply didn't beat them with his arm, with your arm. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So say what you want to say. That means they probably was stacking the box and you didn't make no plays. Hold on, let's see. You know. Let's see. So if they stopping him, then that means they committing people to the box. Let's wait till this pull up. Hold on. So I don't know who the quarterback was here. Dave Krieger, 99 yards, 1 touchdown, sacked 4 times. So these stats kind of wild right here. Hold on. So let's see what else we got here. We said what else in let's see. I don't even know if this. Hold on. See if we can bring up the stats. I don't know which one he played in. He played Tampa. They lost 10-20. Scott Mitchell was 10 for 25, 78 yards and 1 interception. Like, bro, this dude threw for less than 100 yards in a playoff game. Come on. Come on, man. Less than 100 yards in a playoff game. Now, let's see if he got something else to say. He really didn't. All right. He really don't have much else to say. Look at his stats. 12 touchdowns, 8 interceptions in Miami. That's what got him the contract with the Lions. 10 for 11. Now, he did have a great year at 95. 32 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Other than that, 17 for 17. 19 for 14. Come on, bro. Outside of 1995, that's it. That's it. He threw 4,338 yards. That's it. That's it. And maybe in 97, that should have been the year. My bad. With 97, I'm trying to look. I mean, 95, that probably should have been the year. He mad because people ripping him. They didn't have good quarterback play. It's just the fact of the matter what it is. And Scott Mitchell did suck outside of 1994. You got to call a spade a spade. And I know for him that it hurt. And he right, it is a team game, but they simply didn't have a quarterback play. You know, you get to the playoffs, they're gonna take what you do away best. That's just what it is. Whatever you do best, they're gonna take it away. And they're gonna force you to beat you with their arm. And Scott Mitchell probably had favorable matchups and couldn't beat him with your arm. Now, quarterback play wasn't all that great in the 90s. Probably was a handful of elite quarterbacks. Dan Marino, John Elway, Brett Favre. You know, it probably was just a handful of elite quarterbacks. Probably a lot of tier 2 guys like Troy Aikman and stuff. So it ain't never been like 10, 12 elite quarterbacks. Even right now, you got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow when healthy. Shit. What else you got? That's really about it. Once you start looking at it, Trevor Lawrence ain't quite there yet. Josh Allen ain't quite there yet. Tua ain't quite there yet. Russell Wilson ain't there. No matter how well they playing right now, he not there yet. We're not right now. Nobody in the AFC West there right now. Nobody, Jalen Hurts. That make 3. Nobody in the South. Nobody in the North right now. So, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, I know it's hard when people blame the quarterbacks and blame you, but that just let you know, right then and there with him, that just let you know he didn't really have the stomach to play quarterback because all the blame is going to be on you. All the blame is going to be on you. You got to be able to take the blame, trade the criticism, say, I got to get better, even if it, like Patrick Mahomes had to take the blame when Valdez-Scantling dropped that ball. It come with the territory. It comes with the territory. And that just let you know, like him and guys like him and Ryan Leaf just wasn't built to be quarterbacks. You can have all the physical ability, but if you don't have the mental capacity to do so, you won't be a great quarterback. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Peace.